I'm going to do the tell you the complete Star Wars timeline. This includes all the movies, all the main 9 movies, Solo Star Wars story, Rogue One, the upcoming Obi-Wan show, Bad Batch, Clone Wars, and Rogue One. Let's get to it. Back before before the Jedi Temple was built, there wasn't many Jedi, but then Jedi Master trained Padawans and rose to become masters to their own. Then a Jedi turned on them, brought many other Jedi and then they all turned to Sith. The Jedi and the Sith had a raging war which would go on for centuries. That was like the Old Republic. Now we're on the Menace. So we're gonna split into BBBY, before Battle Yavin, and ABBY for after. And Darth Sidious killed his master, Darth Plagueis, and then Darth Sidious is most commonly known as Emperor Palpatine, which is how we all refer to him, is starting a trade federation with this governed planet, Naboo, and then having a war take place with the Jedi and the Senate and the few last people under the Sith's command. By the time of the beginning of the Phantom Menace, Darth Plagueis is still alive, but at some point he's been killed and hidden away, and then the Jedi Council sends Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi and Jedi Apprentice Obi-Wan Kenobi for the Trade Federation to discuss the Trade Federation, but they fail and then they go to Naboo with their new friend, who at first they didn't like, but then who helped them and who will be very important later on. And then they go there, save the Queen Amidala, Padme, but that wasn't actually her. It was her helper, her senator or something, and then them and her went to Tatooine, crash land on Tatooine, and then they need a part date from where young Anakin was captive. So Anakin took place in a race. Learned that he was force sensitive by Qui-Gon Jinn, and then she had to leave his mother behind. They got the part. They got Anakin, and they left. They went back to Naboo, to Coruscant. Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Qui-Gon wanted to train Anakin, but then he couldn't. So he asked said Obi-Wan could. He's done all the necessary training. They didn't let him do it. Not at all. Especially Mace Windu. He was very not happy. And he is second in command in the council. Only above him is Grandmaster Yoda. And then they were just sent to fight Darth Maul. Darth Maul kills Qui-Gon, but in turn, it enrages Obi-Wan, killing Darth Maul, and then avenging his master, and then promised his master of his final words, which is very sweet. Qui-Gon said, "Train Anakin." And then Obi-Wan went on to train Anakin from a young little boy on a desert to a young Padawan, to a powerful Jedi, to an evil Sith Lord. Now we're on to Attack of the Clones. Anakin has grown a lot. Obi-Wan has taught him many things, and then Anakin is getting feelings for Padme, because that's what Palpatine wants to happen. All the stuff going on in the Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones, and the Phantom Menace is going according to plan for Palpatine. But he didn't think Anakin and Padme would have kids. Most people don't like the film Attack of the Clones because it's about Anakin and Padme's relationship, but one of the more famous duels from this era in Star Wars is the Geonosian battle, where tons of Jedi and almost all the Jedi and tons of different droids and other creatures fought. And then the Jedi were victorious. They all went back to Coruscant. Anakin was assigned the mission by Chancellor Palpatine, aka Emperor Palpatine, to protect and eventually practically fall in love with Padme, and then they unknowingly they have kids, and then at some point Anakin is not doing well because he wanted to try and save his mother. He couldn't because she already said her final words to him and died. And he killed the entire village of Tusken Raiders. Murdered them all. The women, the men, the children too, and probably the animals. And then Padme was for some reason okay with that. And then at the end of the film, the Clone Wars began. So there's multiple Clone Wars kinds. The animated one from Disney and the other one from Lucasfilm that no one really cares about. I'm going to stick with the one from Disney, which also had an extra season from last year, the 7th, and not the other one because it looks weird. So, yeah. Anakin, I'm going to try and have a small kind simplified. Anakin gets his apprentice Ahsoka. At some point, Obi-Wan becomes part of the council. The Jedi does generals to the clones. Ahsoka leaves the Jedi Order after they banish her. Then she comes back, but not for too long, because just after getting her blue lightsabers, she is caught up in all the Order 66 stuff. Now it's Revenge Sith. The reason why Anakin's so happy because his Padawan is back. Everyone is doing well. Just one of those random missions they do with the buzz droids. Then Order 66. And it's still BB-1. And then Ahsoka takes away the ship and Captain Rex, and just like how 5's ship, one of the more memorable clones, ship was taken out of him, it was presumed he was dead. But I'll get to that later. Then afterwards, after the buzz droid stuff, all the Jedi are talking, and then done, and then Anakin, yes, of course, is brought to the Chancellor because he wanted to talk. and but really he wanted to reveal he's the Sith Lord behind all of the crazy stuff going on. And Anakin wanted to end it, but Padme wasn't doing well because he predicted her death. So Palpatine said he could help, but really he was lying and got double crossed him. And then Anakin fell to the dark side. Anakin became Palpatine's apprentice, but still secretly was in the Jedi. But then, when Mace Windu and Kit Fisto and some more Stacey Tin and another Jedi Knight tried to arrest Palpatine and defeat him once and for all, Anakin stopped him and then was finally dubbed Darth Vader. Now I'm going to still call him Anakin until he's in the suit. So Anakin is now all the clones are turning against is killing almost all the Jedi. Very few escape. Very few clones were still alive, either working with the Kaminoans or a part of Bad Batch, or just like lost clones like Captain Rex and Commander Wool. Clones such as Commander Cody and more fell victim to Order 66 and then turned on their masters, and others, such as many others, fell victim. Tons and tons of Jedi and Jedi guards and even Padawans all died because of Order 66. Only Captain Rex, Commander Cody, and one other clone commander captain was told about this, and they all went straight into killing their masters. Jedi who escaped are either in hiding, trying to defeat the newly established empire, but die, turn to the dark side and become inquisitors, or they've been imprisoned or killed. Very few have survived and lived and died, but to old age, such as Ahsoka, Yoda, and Obi-Wan, and some more. Now we're at A New Hope. Still BBY. Sometime after Obi-Wan retreated to Tatooine, hiding and protecting young Anakin, as he swore, but Anakin's uncle never let him. So, throughout the years, he's just been hiding, watching from afar. So when the time came, when stormtroopers killed both Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen, Obi-Wan decided it's time to put Anakin under training, and then right then and there, Princess Leia needed help on the Death Star. They thought she was on she was still on her the planet she was princess to, but it already blew up. So then they learned it was the Death Star. Obi-Wan saved Luke in the cantina. Became good friends with Han Solo and Chewbacca, or Chewie. And then they helped the save Princess Leia, and then also she helped destroy the Death Star. Han Solo and Chewie almost left, and then decided they should do it, not because they want to, but because it's a good thing. And then the battle, Ben started, I don't know. But there were many other things that happened in between Revenge of the Sith and New Hope. Bad Batch happened straight after. Some renegade clones that had powers are trying to figure out their place in the world. And the Obi-Wan story about Obi-Wan's exile, and then pretty much there is how do I say this? Star Wars Rebels. This took place then, and Obi-Wan was already old, and Ezra was trained to be a Jedi Knight, lost in space. Kanan Jarrus was one of the Jedi who escaped, still living and probably dead by now, but still living at the time, and had a whole team called the Rebels, helped the Rebel Alliance. And also adult Ahsoka helps so much with Captain Rex and his friends of elite clones, and then Rogue One happens where everyone dies, but the only important thing is that the Death Star plans are delivered, but before that, Solo Star Wars story took place, and then Rogue One took place, but Solo Star Wars story is not really that important. It's just Han Solo backstory, and then Empire Strikes Back. So they all go to Hoth, fight off against the Imperials, and then all of the main characters, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Chewie, R2-D2, C-3PO, go to Bespin because they were invited by Lando. And Luke is training in the not so easy to go to planet where Yoda is living and where he's strong with the Force. And then Luke drops out of his training to help his friends gets beaten by Darth Vader, gets a robot hand, gets a robotic hand. C-3PO gets broken up, fixed, and R2 and Chewbacca is actually the one carrying C-3PO's parts, and Han Solo's first in carbonite, and brought Jabba's palace, and it's ABY now, and then it is Return Jedi, and then Princess Leia tried to save Han, but get captured by Jabba's people and became a slave. And then Luke tried to save his sister, but he didn't know who was his sister at the time. And Han, and then he failed, beat the Rancor, got back there, saved them, and then they were on Jabba's sail barge, where Princess Leia kills Jabba, and after a whole carbonite thing, Han Solo was still like mostly blind, but unknowingly kills Boba Fett, and then Luke kills some random skiff guards, and then Chewie's like helping him, and then Boba Fett is eaten by the Sarlacc pit. Everyone knows about that by now, and then if they know Star Wars, and the famous, and Luke goes to the second Death Star, and then while everyone, because he's captured, and then while everyone else is stuck on Endor, Luke tried to negotiate with the Empire, but really doesn't fail. It doesn't work and fails, and then he gets captured and forced to battle his own father, Darth Vader, of course. But he brought him back to the light side by showing him that he's still good inside, and then Emperor Palpatine then he threw Emperor Palpatine down, but Darth Vader was dying, but he was already good, but his final command, the final thing he wanted was for Luke to take off his helmet, even if it will kill him, just to see his son with his own eyes. And it's very sweet, but sad. See the return see Darth Vader just get redeemed and then die. It's just so sad. And then after second Death Star was destroyed, the battle on Endor was finally concluded by all of the stormtroopers finally being gone. Since all the technology, everything is all gone from the Empire, just in ruins, and then sometime after, and also in this movie, Luke concluded his training at some point with Yoda, and he dies, and whoop, as a Force ghost, and then Luke, at some point, opens his own Jedi Academy, and Han and Leia marry each other. Anakin can finally rest in peace, and the day is saved. But really, Palpatine isn't dead. Mandalorian takes place. Mando, one of the main characters, saves Baby Yoda, and then Ahsoka helps, and then Luke takes Baby Yoda and takes him in for training just sometime afterwards, and then Force Awakens goes on. Then it goes on. Force Awakens is happening, and then much later on, and then old Han and old Leia are finally reunite, but Han, at some point in the film, dies, sadly. But actually, the actor wanted Han to die, so he died, and the new crew is Rey, Finn, Poe, Chewie, and R2-D2 and BB-8. C-3PO, of course. And then Finn and Rey beat Kylo Ren on Starkiller base. And then Rey and then Finn is recovering from his injured wound from Kylo Ren during that duel he had with him, and then Kylo Ren fled. They saved, but it's revealed there's a new evil group, the First Order, and now, and this, and we'll be back soon. Now we're back. And last Jedi, the only important stuff, Luke dies, Snoke dies, and then Return of the Jedi, Rise Skywalker, Princess Leia dies, Kylo Ren becomes Ben Solo, and then they defeat Emperor Palpatine. Rey dies, but then Ben Solo saves her, but dies, but has a smoochy, and then dies, and then with Rey, and then Rey is saved until the next film. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye.